Netflix is out as investor in Meghan Markle's brand as ever. Netflix is out as investor in Meghan Markle's brand as ever. Meghan Markle's had a really interesting rise and fall in it. She kind of came onto the scene, burst onto the scene. I kind of knew her because of Suits, I think. Yeah, I was familiar with Meghan Markle because of Suits. I think she was really good in Suits in general. I enjoyed her performance, but I think most people didn't really know who she was. So she kind of burst onto the scene, obviously with her relationship with Prince Harry, and then they ended up getting married and shit. And at first, before the whole like her saying the royal family was racist and shit, I feel like there's a lot of good vibes around her when she first came on the scene. I feel like there's a lot of good vibes about her, but as soon as she started to kind of flex her power, her influence, her whatever it was, right? As soon as she started to really feel herself into the role of being a quote unquote princess, I think that's when it started to go downhill. I think people were okay with her in the beginning because it was basically like a traditional Disney princess story, right? She was kind of plucked up from obscurity. Prince Harry fell in love with like a quote unquote normal lady. It kind of similarly reflected how his mom was so legendary, Princess Diana and shit. You know, there's some type of overlap there. But the moment she started to like show her own personality is the moment it went downhill. People started to like, hold on, you seem a bit vindictive. You seem a bit calculating. You seem like a bit of a professional victim and shit. You know what I mean? It was really, really odd. Because even the royal family racism thing was received very strangely, isn't it? Everyone was like, yeah, of course they're racist. Like, why are you surprised? Why are you trying to cancel the royal family? Like, this is not news, you know? It was really I think she miscalculated that. I really do think she miscalculated how people would react. Like, no one was outraged. No one was protesting in the streets that the royal family might have an issue with, you know, non-whites. You know, the family that kind of, you know, has been established through selective breeding wouldn't, you know, no one's surprised that a family that's been, you know, propped up via selective breeding and blue blood shit would have a problem with some black lady. But yeah, it's been a bit crazy for her, and then all the brand stuff, and then to be honest as well, like I don't know if it's her actual personality, how she comes across, but I find the TV stuff. I watched a little bit of her cooking show and whatever she does on Netflix, and this she just comes. I don't know if it's like an LA personality or if it's just her. She comes across very fake, you know, very fake, very kind of like very unrelatable. I know it's hard to be relatable these days, but she doesn't even try to be relatable, you know? She's kind of up in the clouds, just in ditzy land. It's just a bit weird. I don't really understand. I don't know if it's her personality, if it's just a standard actor in LA personality, if it's a mix, if maybe the power and the influence and the prestige of being attached to the royal family just went to her head. But she turned into a bit of an arsehole, unfortunately, you know? Attitude wise, you know, it's a bit mad. So this kind of signals the kind of downward trend of Meghan Markle as like a public figure, you know. Netflix kind of backing out, because I think when they originally signed the deal, it was like a 360 deal. It was all encompassing, like how they signed with Barack Obama. It was like a show, it was like a book deal, investment in the brand. It was all like they went to invest in the whole world. But that show didn't take off. People really kind of found her to be a little bit, you know, a little bit odd, a little bit out, you know, on the reservation. And here we are. Let me read the article for you. Netflix has stepped down as a backer as ever. The lifestyle brand for Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. As ever was launched. She still got that title. She's not princess. That's still a lovely title to have in it. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex is crazy title to have in your name. As ever was launched 11 months ago with an inaugural collection of teas, jam, honey, and bacon mixes. This is definitely the work of a bored higher up, you know, a bored upper class person, isn't it? This is definitely the works of a bored upper class person. Teas, jams, honey, and baking mixes. Okay, lady. It coincided with the launch of her Netflix series With Love, where Markle welcomed friends and collaborators to cook and gab. Meghan's passion for elevating everyday moments in beautiful yet simple ways was inspired the creation of As Ever. We are glad to have played a role in the beginning, bringing this vision to life. As it was always intended, Meghan will continue to grow the brand and will take it to the next chapter independently. Independent brand is crazy, man. We look forward to celebrating how she continues to bring joy to the households around the world. So there's a little bit of PR softening here because I know how bad it looks. There's a little bit of like, you know, They try not to make her look bad. They try not to make it look like a failure, but it definitely is. Spokesperson for Sussex told Variety that the brand was grateful for Netflix partnership through launch in our first year. We have experienced meaningful and rapid growth as ever was now ready to stand on its own. We have an exciting year ahead. Can't wait to share more. In a roving Variety cover story last March, Ted Sarandos said that the streaming giant was passive partner in Meghan's company, and it was big discovery model for us right now. Executive praise Markle for influential in the commerce space. I think Meghan is underestimated in terms of her influence on culture. Yeah, right. That's why you signed her. That's why you didn't give her a contract extension. I love when they say stuff like this. She's underestimated. Well, if she's so underestimated, why don't you give her another contract? Why don't you invest more? When we dropped the trailer for the Harry and Meghan docu series in 2022, everything on screen was dissected in the press for days. The shoes she was wearing sold out all over the world. The Hermes blanket was on the chair behind her, sold out everywhere in the world. People are fascinated with Meghan Markle. She and Harry are overly dismissed. Well, you guys are dismissing them. News of the divestment comes with love, as seemingly ramped up. The project aired in 2 seasons with 8 episodes dropping in March and August. A holiday special aired in December. Netflix has not formally cancelled the project, as Duchess continues to fiddle with the best format for filmed content. Part of what we're testing out now is amazing to be able to sit down and watch a show for 30 minutes, but how can I give you a recipe in 2 minutes? Markle said in the Fortune magazine summit last year. Where can I share that with you, and how does it continue to grow as ever? Honestly, some people like recipe. Like, why would you want like who's really cute? Like, who really in their right mind is curious about how Meghan Markle bakes a cake? Like, who really in their right mind? Who really in their right mind is curious about how she fucking bakes cakes and shit? Like, no one gives a fuck. If anything, I'd much rather hear her, I don't know, talk about how it is to be rich and shit, you know, and that sort of life. I don't really want her to be relatable. Oh, this is what I do if I want to have a phone, a carbonara. You know what I mean? So, huh? I don't care. Like, I really don't. But hey, big up Meghan Markle. Obviously, to wrap this up, we have to revisit the legendary Tim Dillon Meghan Markle rant. Tim Dillon was really early and really spot on with Meghan Markle hate. Tim Dillon was really early and really spot on with the Meghan Markle hate. This clip is from when? This clip is from a year ago. This is from a year ago. This is from January 8th of 2025. Tim Dillon was so early with Meghan Markle hate. I think he was so early, some people called him racist. Tim Dillon was so early on Meghan Markle skepticism, Meghan Markle hate, that some people refer to him as being racist. But he was proven right. He was proven fucking right. He was proven fucking right. Big up Timmy D, one of my faves.
There are drones the size of SUVs over people's homes. Cars are exploding in the middle of the street. Terrorists from ISIS, who we fucking having our own military, are driving Turo rental cars down Bourbon Street and killing good people. Fog is blanketing the country for days. People are getting sick. Maybe it's alien spores. Maybe it's not. What is an alien spore? What's going on? And in the middle of all this psychopath will not stop. She will not stop. She doesn't care what happens. If the aliens land, if China launches, if Russia drops the big one in Ukraine, it won't matter to this bitch. She doesn't care. Play it again.
I've always...
Yo, she's a beautiful lady though, innit? She's a beautiful lady though. There's no denying that, innit? There's no fucking denying that. There's no denying that. But God almighty, like, I wonder though, was she like this before she met Harry though? I just always wondered, was she like this before she met Harry? Was she like all like, not woo woo, but was she a little bit head in the clouds, a little bit snobby? Like, oh, I don't know. I always got the impression she was quite relatable. I wonder what quite chill, quite down to earth. I guess maybe the being attached to the royal family just does something to your head, because she was never always, I don't get the impression she was like this. I remember her from Suits. I think I may have watched some interviews of her talking about her time in Suits, and she seemed pretty chill. But suddenly she just turned into like something else, you know? As soon as she became a princess, or she was close to being a princess, it's like, it just, I don't know what happened to her.
loved taking something pretty ordinary and
okay, big up Gabriel. Okay, no, she's always been a prick. Okay, fair play. She's always been a prick. To be fair, nowadays in media or in content or whatever, if someone's a prick, it's more likely they were a prick from time and you just didn't see it. It's like Rogan. People will say about Rogan, Rogan was always going to turn out. Some people that were paying attention are like, no, Rogan was never chill. You just liked him more back then. But now that he's doing more things that you don't like him. But there was always, if you look back enough, you can always see evidence of somebody, you know, being a bit of a dick. You can see the embers, the little breadcrumb trail, you know?
Elevating it.
Stop it for 1 minute. She's the only reason America may survive. Let me say this right now, and I mean this. She's the only person who's stayed focused through this time. Everyone else, including myself, has been all over the fucking map. We've been led astray. We've been prey to disinformation. We've been following people down halls that lead to nowhere, going down rabbit holes to nothing. I was afraid to roll my window down the other night in Beverly Hills because of the dumb fog. It's crazy. We're all nuts. People are staring at the sky, waiting for aliens to zap them.
By the way, I missed that era, man. Wasn't last year so much simpler when we were all debating about the existence of aliens and whether or not they were going to retract those files? By the way, they didn't retract those files, did they? They didn't release those files. They released the Epstein files before they gave us the files on the aliens, and we know those exist, right? I was more excited to see that. I was more excited to see what type of propulsion system they use in the alien fucking in the UFOs and shit. That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know what type of propulsion systems they use, how do you enter in them, the size of them, the materials used. That's what I wanted to see, but that completely disappeared.
One person has kept their focus. And yes, it's Baal, it's a demon. But one American person has kept their focus through all of this.
Oh, really? Big up Don Dotter. There were rumors Meghan used to be a yacht girl. I don't know how much of that is true, though. I doubt it. I think she's a little bit too classy to be a conventional yacht girl. I think she could get away being, if you mean a yacht girl in America, I think she could do that. You know those yacht girls in America? You know the ones who are like, where's that place in America? Is it Florida? There's a place where all like rich yuppie types go. They have boats and shit, and they have like hot girls sometimes with them. And it's usually like somebody young. It's like a bit of arm candy. You walk around on your boat and shit to flex. I think she could be like a domestic yacht girl. You know, that type of one. The one that kind of wears Ralph Lauren. What's that place? Is it New Haven? What's that place in America where everyone wears like Ralph Lauren and shit? And all the shops are really expensive. They're all really expensive, like they're all kind of really expensive boutiques that sell really expensive. I think it might be Nantucket, maybe one of them. It's in America where everyone's really bougie and they got boats and shit. I think she could do that, but I don't think she's a yacht girl like Dubai. That's it, Martha's Vineyard. There we go, Martha's Vineyard. You got it. There we go, Martha's Vineyard and Hamptons too. Yes.
Powerful bunch.
Yo, big up Assad.
I was most excited for the release of the Mahavatar Babaji files. Mahavatar Babaji is an 1800-year-old guru living in the Himalayan mountains, psychically teaching Kai Cenat how to read.
It is kind of funny though to think about that, isn't it? Like to think about, well, how old is Kai Cenat? Like 24 and practicing how to read on social media, and everyone's kind of like weirdly proud of him. That just goes to show you how much the American education system's failing your kids, isn't it? That guy's like, what, 24 years old, and he's learning how to read on social media. Like, god damn it, man. Is the American education system that bad, or is Kai Cenat just a really rich young person who didn't really bother in school? Because I couldn't understand. I was like, why can't you read properly aloud? Like, what's going on here? Do you guys not read books? Like, huh? Nantucket is wealthier than Martha's Vineyard, to be honest, but both, yeah, you know what I mean though. It's like that kind of people that wear like pinstripe, blue pinstripe, people that wear like seersucker, the material seersucker. They wear like boat shoes. The women have like really big hair, curly hair. They wear like Ralph Lauren and shit. Older guys with like, you know, with like their side pieces on boats. Yeah, I can imagine her doing that, but I couldn't imagine Meghan Markle in Dubai. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't imagine Meghan Markle getting shit on. Smack, exactly. What is it? The prep school. What they could call it? Nantucket Reds. Let me check that out. Let me see that. What is it? Nantucket Reds. Oh yes, exactly. That's the kind of person. This is exactly it, Chris Mack. This is exactly it. This is exactly the vibe I'm talking about. Yeah, I can imagine Meghan Markle being a yacht girl in this type of vibe for sure. But in Dubai, getting shat on and pissed on and shit. I don't think so. But would she do this sort of stuff and you know, and get her fucking get some dollars in the fucking back pocket, or get some dollars put in her? Oh Jesus Christ, that's me, innit? That's me. That is 100% me. That is 100% me, bro. That is 100% me. Look at the ass. Look at the fucking ass on that. Look at the fucking ass on that. Look at him. All that junk. He's fucking. Those trousers are going to explode. He does one squat. Those trousers are exploding. He does one squat. That button is going to fly in someone's. That button's going to blind somebody. He does one fucking burpee. That button's going to blind someone. What a fucking legend. What a fucking legend. What a fucking legend. What's his name? Is that his blog? What's his name? Notorious Dapper is a body positive style guide for men created by style maven Kelvin Davis. Kelvin has been featured in numerous amounts of top ranked media sources, New York Times, Glamour. He's been in New York Times, Glamour magazine, BuzzFeed, Daily Dot, Days magazine, New York Post, and Huffington Post. Big up fucking Kelvin. Big up Mr. Davis. Big up Mr. Davis, stunting on these hoes. Stunting on these hoes. Look at Mr. Davis. Whoosh. Mr. Davis, bro. Look at him. Fuck, look at that. That is a nyash, mate. Any angle, that shit is popping out. No matter what angle, that shit is popping out, bro. That dump truck is popping. No, it doesn't matter the angle. That shit is there. Man's got a wagon on him. Big up Kelvin. What's another one? He's got another one. I want to see his other one. Is that an all white outfit? Ooh, Kelvin coming through with an all white outfit. Yes, brother. Yes, brother. All white outfit with a gold watch. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? All white outfit with a gold watch. You wear this in fucking any town in America. You're scooping up all the white ladies. Jesus, look at that. Is your mum home? Knock knock. Hey Junior, is your mum in? Who shall I say is calling? Tell her it's Big Kel. Tell her it's Big Kel, huh? Hey, look up your mums, bro. Look up your aunties. Big Kelvin's in the house. You finna take all your mums. Be a good mum, not a nice... Oh, he's got a book. Be a good man, not a nice guy. A guide to true masculinity. Kelvin Davis, author of Notoriously Dapper. Gee, I might have to buy that. I might have to actually buy that. I might have to actually buy that book. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to actually buy that. Man like Kelvin, be a good man. Be a good man, not a nice guy. That might be me. Be a good man, not a nice guy. Big up Kelvin out here. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, but Chris Michael's right though. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Was Meghan Markle in this type of scene? Yes. Maybe she's a bit young for this type of scene. These ladies look a little bit older, but still, I think she would suit this one better. You know, I think she'd suit this scene way better than Dubai.
We family now.
No matter what happens, no matter if we're nuked, no matter if it takes 1 billion years, no matter if aliens land, this will always be the zenith. We'll always just go right back to this. We will always go back to a self-important cunt selling cake to people before it all goes haywire again. Before the planet burns, before another ice age, before the aliens come, before fog blankets the earth, before we're all killed. I'm telling you right now, society will always rebuild back to this. There's nothing else. Society will always build back to this bitch in a beekeeper outfit making honey. It will always build back to this because there's nowhere else to go. That's the great irony here. That's the great irony of the human experience. There's nowhere else really to go. This is it. Every time society gets to this, they have to nuke us and blow up the whole thing, and we got to start again. The Sumerian tablets and the aliens land, and they go, how about you do it this way? And hey, this is math, and oh, cool. And then the Middle Ages, and oh, there's medicine. You don't have to use the leeches. And how about flight? You want to fly? And then you get, oh, cool, a computer. That's weird. Oh, it fits in your hand. And then no matter what, we always get to this. We'll always just get to this. I like to give people little moments, little things. I start with a color that inspires me, and I just move on from there. A little raspberry here, some flowers here. They're edible flowers. It always gets this place. And I guarantee...
Why do rich yuppie women, by the way, people in the stream chat, why do rich yuppie women love making homemade jam? Why do rich yuppie women love making homemade jam? What's the fucking thing about rich yuppie women and jam? They love a good jam. Back in the day, it was like candles and like soaps for a little while. But the one thing that rich happy women love is jam and like tying the top of it with like that raw kind of like string, right? That raw string type of thing that's kind of, you know, a bit rough. Why do they fucking love making jam so much?
To you that we've done this before. We've been here before. We can feel it. We know it. We've been here before. Society will only ever get to this. And at this point, when we are doing this, when this bitch is drinking tea, that's when it's time to shut it all down and start over. And each time the aliens sit there, and each time they go, I wonder if it'll be different this time. I wonder if they'll get to another point this time. What happens? And every time it's a Meghan Markle, and every time she moves into the castle, and every time she gets offended, and every time she leaves, and every time they go, well, maybe good for her. What's she going to do now? And then every time she gets to deal with Spotify and Netflix, and then every time she makes a bunch of bullshit, and then every time she starts a lifestyle brand and fires all her employees, and half of them quit because she's a cunt. And then every time she ends up with this Netflix show where she's in a beekeeper outfit. Every time. And the aliens, they're running the simulation.
It's actually crazy that she even got a Netflix show, isn't it? Think about it. Like, it's actually crazy that she got a Netflix show. Like, why? Just why? Just why? This belongs maybe at best, at most on YouTube. But she got a full Netflix show, production, everything. Like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, just why? Why?
Going just one time we'd wonder what would happen if they made other choices. Just one time we wonder what would happen. Just one time we go, do you think they'll get to this point and not do this? But every time, like clockwork, no matter what, time doesn't matter up there. So to us, it's billions and billions of years. To
I did know some people that watched it, but I think everyone did the same thing. I think everyone was intrigued and watched maybe the first episode, then ducked after that. It didn't really have a lot of staying power. I do remember a lot of people watched the first episode just because they were curious, but then as soon as you kind of, you know, saw the first episode, you kind of saw the whole thing. You didn't watch it again. And then the clips came out of her being a bit rude and kind of thing to her friends that were on the show that didn't sit well with people, and just generally the dishes looked pretty shit. You know what I mean? It was like, it wasn't that great. It really wasn't that great.
them, it's just every day you go to the
And then of course it turned into a meme, you know. So and then that, which is what you don't want.
office. You click on, is it still this bitch? Is it still the honey? Is it still the cupcakes? Is this still what they're doing? Finish it up here. Every time the alien sees this, every time they see this trailer, they just look at the other alien and they go, and then the other alien just shakes their head. It's nonverbal at this point. And then they press a button and they delete the simulation.
Yo, big up Z. She's an actress. I don't know why people expect more from her. I didn't expect more. I just didn't expect her to be that annoying. That was the thing. I didn't expect her to be that insufferable. I don't think I expected more, but I didn't expect her to be at that level. Like, she was more hated than fucking Gwyneth Paltrow. Do you remember when everyone used to hate Gwyneth? I think Meghan Markle is more hated than fucking Gwyneth Paltrow is, and people used to really hate Gwyneth Paltrow. And she's pretty harmless. All she does is just, she's like a female Joe Rogan in a way, isn't it? She just lives like her lifestyle. She believes in that stuff that she does with Goop and stuff, and that's basically it. But I don't know, man. I think I just didn't expect her to be that insufferable. And I think, to be honest, I think people really dislike the way that she turned Harry against her family. I don't think that's true. I think people really do. I think people people put a bit too much power and influence on her. I think Harry was already probably having a bad time with his family anyway, obviously due to the things that we know about, including his mom, his dad and shit. You know, I'm sure the friction was already there. Plus a lot of his bad behavior over the time, I'm sure, put a strain on it. I'm sure she didn't help, you know, she probably didn't help mend the relationship. She definitely helped pull them away. But I think people really had a bad reaction to that. People on the internet really had a bad reaction to her seemingly turning her husband against her family. They really didn't like that, especially in America. I don't know why Americans especially didn't like that. I feel like in the UK she gets a lot more, people kind of give her a lot more grace. But I feel like you guys in America, you guys didn't give her any grace. As soon as, nah, fuck that bitch, you know? I think she routinely fucked that. Even the black people, I think, in America don't really rate her that much. It's across the board. People in America do not rate Meghan Markle. But I think in the UK, people are a little bit more sympathetic to it. Because obviously, you know, this country, I think, is quite split 50-50 in terms of what they think of the royal family. Some people are in love with the royal family. Some people kind of hate them. But yeah, I think a lot of people blamed her for Harry turning his back on his family.
And then they go back in the next day. The alien's taking off his coat. He walks into the room, and they're staring again. And she goes, "Look at how much honey we have." And they just go. And it's just, and eventually they'll have to give up on us. Eventually they'll have to realize that no matter what they do, no matter how many chances they give us, it's just going to be this bitch making cupcakes.
Oh yeah, by the way, I think her dad didn't help too. Her dad did not help. Meghan Markle's dad was that guy, man. What a fucking asshole. Allegedly they don't talk at all, right? But before she got with Harry, the story was that they were basically estranged. Her and the dad and the mum weren't together. He was basically an absent dad, a bit of a deadbeat. And then as soon as she got with Harry, I legit think there was a time where for like 6 months, he was never off the Daily Mail website. For 6 months, I think he was just like saying stuff about Meghan, like another revelation. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. I don't think he helped. I don't think Meghan Markle's dad helped. He was really doing a good job of, like, you know, calling out his daughter in public, which was fucking awful, to be fair. Really awful. And then in the end, he ends up getting sick, right? In the end, he ends up getting sick. And guess who's by his fucking bedside, you know? Fucking crazy. It was really funny. But he was saying a lot on the internet. He was saying a lot, unfortunately. But, you know, family sometimes, isn't it? Family's got a family. He's got to make a living. It's not every day your daughter ends up, you know, becoming a princess and marrying into the royal family. So I don't blame him for going out there and be like, you know what, I've got to make this money, man. I've got to make this fucking money. So yeah, big up a game, but I don't think doesn't mean you should disown him. No, of course, I don't think it's a disowning. I don't think they had a relationship. I'm pretty sure they weren't. It's not even a disowning thing. Like, he just wasn't around. He wasn't even present in her life, I'm pretty sure, before she got with Harry. And then as soon as she got with Harry, he started to talk a lot about her and stuff. Which must have been a weird thing, because, like, I don't even talk to you, you know. It's weird. I don't even think she disowned him. I just don't think they spoke, because, you know, the mum fell out. Obviously they weren't together anymore. But I think that was basically it, which is what made it really strange, because I think he hadn't seen her in a long time, so he was talking about stuff that was ages ago. He hadn't really met her. It's just a strange guy. But again, everyone's got to make their money, innit? Everyone's got to make their money. One-time opportunity. He went out there, he said what he said. Daily Mail enjoyed it. They paid him money to speak to them all the time. But I'm pretty sure there was a 6-month period where I remember I kept seeing that guy's face on the dailymail.com website every day. Every day he was on that fucking website saying something. It's fucking crazy. But to be fair to him, though, people have sold out their relatives for less. To be fair to him. To be fair to Meghan Markle's dad, people have sold out their relatives and their family members for less. I think it's part of the game. I think if it was me and I was famous and my family suddenly started to, you know, air out my dirty laundry in the papers, I wouldn't take it personally. It is what it is. You know, everyone's got to get their money. If Daily Mail willing to give them a couple grand to tell a story about how I shit my pants one time, it's all good, you know? I don't have a problem with it, really. I really don't have a problem with it. I think it's part of the game. Someone that you date is going to come out and say, oh, one day this guy, he held my hair so tight that I nearly bled, you know, that kind of shit. Like, another guy's going to come out, he never gave me back my PS5 controller, you know. So someone's always going to come out and say a story. I don't really mind it. It is what it is, really. Can't take that stuff too personally, especially when money is involved. People get a bit weird and desperate, innit?